Chilombo, which is an album by Jhené.
I'll call her, Jhené Aiko.
Aiko, right? Cool.
Yeah.
20 songs, an hour and 3 minutes long.
Firmly in the R&B kind of realm.
Firmly in the R&B, yes. Fucking great. Very, very good.
You like it? I was lukewarm on it.
I like it. It took me a little bit to get into it. It starts very like slow. Lotus intro and Triggered the freestyle. Those two tracks started slow, but there's a lot of good songs in this. BS featuring her is definitely my favorite on the track. Also has a bar of flex on my exes in a Model X. Like that shit's hilarious. But the main thing with the whole album is it's like that trap and B almost style, but with her voice and the lyrics on it, it's telling a love story of somebody who was in a relationship and is like broke up with their significant other and said all of these things like you did all these wonderful things, whatever, sexually, romantically, whatever it is, but I ain't having you back. Because it's either something, whatever that person did, whatever it is, but it really tells a story of somebody who's heartbroken over the loss of a relationship. And it goes very deep. All the songs go deep, especially in that first half of the album. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Even the song Happiness Over Everything, or Ho, featuring Future and Miguel. I actually like it, even though I think Future is very overrated because he does a stupid fucking auto-tune thing that he's been doing for 10 years and he hasn't changed.
You love Feminist Future?
I love Feminist Future. And this track, though, with him, I actually like. They all...
Miguel does a good job in there,
yeah, exactly. They all three of them complement each other somehow. Even with Future's shitty going back and forth with auto-tune, it still worked in the song for once in my life. 10K Hours featuring Nas, that's a fantastic song.
Get your paper, Nas.
Really, really like that
Get
song.
that paper, Nas.
Right? It's just a little piano ballad with them. It felt like old Nas, like the Lost Tapes Nas style. With, excuse me, with Jhené Aiko on it, it was very, very good. I really like that track. The whole lyrics are like, I'll miss you, whatever it is, for 10,000 hours. Do this and that for 10,000 hours. Very powerful. And normally with songs that feature a rapper or whatnot, like halfway through goes to the rapper part, everybody skips over it. With the Nas part, I go, oh no, this shit's good.
Yeah, because a lot of times rapper parts with R&B parts, you kind of like slap together in songs. Also in alternative, this happens.
Definitely. You've got Lightning and Thunder featuring John Legend, fantastic as well. So I really like this. This was one of the very first like trap and B albums that I really got sucked into. Because we had this a little bit the past about a year and a half where I was starting to try and get used to it a little bit, but some of it was very experimental. Some of it was so new that I wasn't getting used to it or other stuff. But this was one album I liked a lot.
Yeah.
BS is holy shit, that's a good song.
Yeah, I think there are good songs on here. I did not like this album the first time I listened to it, but I liked it a lot more the second time.
It definitely, I wish it didn't start as slow, is my thing.
I just wish it didn't end as slow. It starts slow and ends kind of slow, honestly.
Oh, for sure. Like, that's my one complaint is if she structured it a little bit differently, I think it could have been, from a top to bottom listen, even better. And he might have been able to get cut out a couple of different songs or make stuff a little bit shorter because it is definitely a long album. At 1 hour and 3 minutes for this, it's long. But it's good.
Yeah, it's long. I can definitely think of some places I would have made it shorter.
Yeah.
But the thing you were talking about in the beginning where there's this certain dichotomy in R&B albums. Like R&B albums tend to be generally about love and like affection, and it tends to like you can go a lot of directions in that. You can kind of go in the like you can go in the blind love kind of direction of that, where it's like I'm just in love and I love all these feelings and like I'll explore all these different aspects of love, and like even though it's a really deep exploration of that feeling of love, it gets kind of one-dimensional because as we experience in normal person coronavirus land, love is like complicated and multidimensional.
There's a lot of shit. Yes.
But I liked that this album works with the dichotomy of knowing oneself and knowing oneself's worth while also seeking love. Because I think like a lot of people unfortunately don't seek love knowing their own worth, and so they fall into relationships that they deserve better than, for example.
Exactly.
And this is an R&B album that goes against that.
They protrude their own project their own self-consciousness onto another person. So that way they get into a relationship that isn't healthy because they think they deserve an unhealthy relationship, but they deserve this, but they actually deserve better.
Yeah.
That's therapist Sean right there. So, because you see it so often.
Yeah,
it's sad, but
it's for real.
It happens all the damn time. So.
I'm gonna shout out the song "Try to Smoke" because it's not
Yeah.
necessarily a love song. It's just like the the name is the song, and I think it does a really good job of capturing what the album is trying to do sonically and lyrically. So if you're gonna try
Stoner Dan,
yeah, check that out. Absolutely.
But this is good. This is, for my arbitrary scale, Formula One. Formula One, the first 3 races being canceled.
No way.
Which fucking I hate. Like right now, it's supposed to be racing in Australia, and they're like, nah, dude. That's just not happening. Well, because they make sense for them, but it's like really rough. They may start at Monaco in May, which is a disaster race to start at. Like, of all races to start your season in Monaco, like, holy fuck, dude. That's horrible. So,
I thought the Australia races might be more interesting because maybe the fires affected it and made the lap more interesting.
That'd be hilarious. Unfortunately, it's the other side of Australia.
Unfortunately / fortunately.
Fortunately.